Hello everyone, and welcome to Lesson 3 of our factoring unit. In this lesson we'll learn to factor some special binomials and trinomials. They're special because they have a squared variable in them. That is, a variable raised to the power 2, like this. X squared plus 5x plus 6. These polynomials are called quadratics, the quad meaning square. To gain an insight into factoring them, we're going to look at the distributive law and see what it tells us about multiplying two binomials, like this. If we're going to multiply x plus 3 times x plus 5, we have to distribute in both the x and the 3, like this, to get x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. You know from our polynomials unit that we can collect up the like terms, and we get x squared plus 8x plus 15. Let's do another multiplication like that, just to practice. X minus 5 times x plus 2. Again, we'll distribute in the x and the negative 5, like this. X squared plus 2x minus 5x minus 10. Again, we can collect up the like terms, and we have x squared minus 3x minus 10. This gives us a pattern we can use to factor a quadratic trinomial into its binomial factors. Let's multiply this and collect up the like terms at the same time. X squared plus 2x minus 15. Can you tell what the relationship is between the negative 3 and the 5 and the 2 and the negative 15? That's the key relationship that we're going to be using. You can pause and have a look at it. Can you see that the 2 is the sum of these two numbers, 5 and negative 3, and negative 15 is the product of these two numbers, negative 3 and 5. Remember that sum is when the numbers are added, and the product is when the numbers are multiplied. This is the relationship we're going to use to factor trinomials like this. Let's look at this again. Let's do x plus 3 times x plus 4. You can see if we multiply them out and collect up the like terms, we will get x squared plus 7x plus 12. And again, the 7 is the sum of the 3 and the 4, and the 12 is the product of the 3 and the 4. This is the case no matter what the numbers are. We can do all of these and the pattern will be the same. Let's do them. X plus 4 times x plus 2, you can see will be x squared plus 6x plus 8. We have a sum of 6 and a product of 8. X minus 3 times x minus 5 will be x squared minus 8x plus 15. Again, we have a sum of negative 8 and a product of 15. X minus 1 times x plus 4, we will get x squared plus 3x minus 4. Again, a sum of positive 3 and a product of negative 4. See if you can do this one on your own for a minute. You can pause the video and then I'll do it. This time it's a little bit harder, so let's distribute it out. We get x squared minus 1/3 x minus 1/2 x plus 1/6. We should collect like terms to get x squared minus 5/6 x plus 1/6. Again, the negative 5/6 is the sum of those two numbers, and the positive 1/6 is the product of them. Now let's use this pattern to factor a trinomial. Let's write this trinomial as the product of two binomial factors. We've got x squared minus x minus 6. The x squared comes from an x and an x. Remember that the negative 6 is a product of the two numbers, and the negative 1 is the sum of the two numbers. So the best way to attack it is to look at the constant term and decide on factors of the negative 6. And those are, of course, 1, 2, 3, 6, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 6. And see if there's two factors there whose sum would be negative 1. And you can see if I had a negative 3 and a positive 2, I'm going to have a product of negative 6 and a sum of negative 1. The beauty of this unit is, since we are factoring, we can just multiply our answer and check to see if we did it right. Let's do that. If we distribute this out, we get x squared plus 2x minus 3x minus 6. And so we have x squared minus x minus 6. So we know we're correct, and it means everyone can get 100% on this test. Let's practice a few together to make sure that that happens. Write these ones as the product of factors. Think about the factors of 36, and two of them that could add to 12. And it's 6 that jumps out for me. So we would have x plus 6 times x plus 6. If you multiplied that out, you can see you would get x squared plus 12x plus 36. So you know you've done it right. Notice this one's a little special. It can be written as x plus 6 squared. Let's look at negative 10. Think of its factors, and think of two of them that could add to negative 3. I would say x minus 5 times x plus 2. Let's look at the 20. Think of factors of 20. Two of them that will add to 9. I would think x plus 5 times x plus 4. One last one. Think of 15 and the factors of 15, and the numbers, two factors that will add to negative 8. I think if we had x minus 5 times x minus 3, it would work. Now here are a couple you could try on your own, and the answers are on the notes sheet.